In many animes today, primarily shonen, creators often go to great lengths to depict the struggles of their protagonists, usually by exemplifying the effects of the antagonists that give these characters a mission or goal to achieve. But what happens when the path isn't brought about by an antagonist, but rather influenced unknowingly by those meant to offer guidance? Today we are going to discuss just that in the story of Nico Robin from the show One Piece. Born on the island of scholars known as Ohara, Nico Robin was abandoned by her mother at the age of 2 for reasons unknown to her. She was special since her youth. Having eaten the devil fruit known as the Hana Hana no Mi, she possessed the ability to sprout various arms and legs from seemingly nothing. However, because of these gifts, she was neglected by her adopted family, ostracized by the local children who feared her, and the adults who whispered about her in the streets. The only place she was welcomed was the home of the scholars, where she met Professor Clover, a friend of her mother's. There she discovered a bit of her mother's past as an archaeologist consumed in the forbidden studies of the polygraphs. Inspired by her mother, Nico Robin would in time come to ace the archaeologist exam and was welcomed in by the scholars, announcing to them that she wanted to follow in her mother's footsteps. Terrified by this revelation, Professor Clover scolded her, saying that if she were to continue spying on the other scholars' work, she'd be banned from the library. Understandably so, Nico Robin felt very betrayed by this, running away in tears to the northwest end of the island, where she there met Jaeger D. Saul, a former Navy general washed up on shore. Robin would continue to visit him as he built his raft, gaining her very first friend. However, once Saul found out that he was on Ohara and figured out that Nico Robin was the daughter of Nico Ovia, he informed Robin on the impending Navy vessel headed toward the island, set to destroy the Tree of Knowledge, the scholars, and all the inhabitants of Ohara. At the same time, Nico Ovia was making a return to Ohara after escaping Navy imprisonment. Ovia returned to the island to inform the scholars that her team was exterminated by the Navy and that they had pieced together their headquarters with their information found on the bodies. The scholars refused to leave, opting to protect their life's work. Ovia, realizing that the Navy are on shore, flees, brushing right past her daughter in the process. Robin enters shortly after, inquiring about her mother's whereabouts with the information Saul gave her. Loyal to the cause, the scholars deny knowing the whereabouts of Ovia. However, they do decide to shed some light on why her mother abandoned her at such a young age. They reveal to Robin that her mother became an enemy of the Navy for her fascination in polygraphs. So, to protect her only daughter from sharing the same fate, she abandoned her at the island. The scholars tell Robin that the knowledge that they seek would put her in danger and to deny being a scholar. But she refuses. Just then, Navy soldiers storm the tree, capturing all the scholars and discovering the polygraph that they have hidden in the basement. As this is happening, Ovia is subdued by government agents known as CP9. The scholars are rounded up and sentenced to death by Buster Call. During this, Ovia spots her daughter Robin for the first time in years and has a change of heart. Professor Clover speaks out against the five elders on why he believes they seek to destroy the tree and all the knowledge held inside. But before he has the chance to expose their secrets to the audience, he is shot down, but not dead. From the shore, Saul sees the impending demise of Ohara and goes off instantly to find Robin. Mass evacuations of the citizens of the island is commenced as the Navy rains fire all over the island. Ovia, realizing that their time is short, shares one last moment with her daughter. Saul arrives to escort Nico Robin safely off the island, but Ovia decides to stay behind. However, he is spotted and attacked by a Navy Vice Admiral named Aikiji. Robin attempts to escape with the rest of the locals, climbing aboard the ship, but with her Hana Hana no Mi abilities, she frightens the villagers long enough for a Vice Admiral to blacklist her from the ship. In this time, Saul is subdued by the Vice Admiral, and with his last words, tells her to smile, even when things seem grim. Just as Aikiji is about to capture Robin, they both bear witness to the destruction of the evacuation ship ordered by the other Vice Admiral. Disgusted by this, Aokiji allows Robin to escape to spite the Navy. However, he warns her that because of her knowledge, she is now an enemy of the Navy and that he is not her ally. The beginning of Nico Robin's story ends as she floats away helplessly, watching as her home is engulfed in flames by the Navy bombardment.